Hello, seventh grade students and independents. It's Mrs. Douglas and Mrs. Hinckley, and we're here today, super excited to talk to you about comparing rational numbers. And again, this is just seeing which one's bigger. And in elementary school, this says, well, first of all, it says complete each box with a greater than or less than symbol. This less than symbol looks like an L to me. That's how I can remember it's less than. I also remember that in elementary school, your elementary school teachers probably told you that the alligator ate the bigger number. So if I was comparing 8 and 3, then I would have the alligator mouth open to the 8 because it's the bigger of the two numbers. But that's elementary school. Another way we can think about it is using a number line. So if I had -2 and a -5 and I wasn't sure which one was bigger, I could come up to my number line and I could look to see, oh, here's where -2 is. -5 would be in between -4 and -6. Which one is furthest to the right, which would be -2. So -2 is greater than or larger than -5. And the same thing with the decimal numbers. I have a positive 1.5, which would be about right here. I'm just estimating, guesstimating, and a negative 3.2. Well, -3, whoops, would not be right there. It would be in between -2 and -4. So negative 3.2 would be just a little bit further to the left of -3. And so which one is furthest to the right? Well, that would be the 1 and 5/10. So 1 and 5/10 is greater than -3 and 2/10. And then same thing then with our fractions. A -1.5 would be in between a -1 and 0. So it would be right about right there. And then negative or positive, sorry, 3/4. If this is a positive 1, positive 3/4 would be pretty close to that 1, and it would be furthest to the right. So on this one, -1/2 is less than 3/4. You've got some practice problems where you are comparing using the greater than or less than symbol. You then also have some practice problems where you are supposed to order the numbers from least to greatest using that less than symbol, because we want the littlest numbers on the left. So again, this one will be my littlest. I have 3 numbers listed up there, and the last one will be my biggest or largest number. And I know that I'm going to be using that less than symbol, so I go ahead and put it there so it's ready to go. I'm going to look to see where these numbers are at on my number line. Positive 1/10 is pretty close to 0, but it's in between 0 and 1. -3 is here between a -2 and a -4. And then I have -1 and 7/10. Here's -1. -1 and 7/10 is going to be pretty close to -2. Whoops. In between -1 and -2. So by putting them on a number line, it helps me envision which one's the smallest and which one's the largest, because remember, the biggest numbers are all the way over here to the right on the number line. So I'm going to start off with -3 as my littlest number, followed by -1 and 7/10, and finally 1/10 is my largest number. Got some practice problems about this. We hope you're having a great day. See you later, seventh grade.